Have you ever been to New York City? Some people have, some people haven't. I will tell you guys that I'm never going back, and here's why. My friend lives in New York City. He got a well-paying job. I live in Missouri. Yeah, whatever. My friend invited me to a birthday party that he was hosting. I said yes and decided to take a trip to New York City. I arrived. At first I was gonna stay in some cheap-ass crappy motel, but eventually my friend didn't want me suffering, and he let me stay in a nice, good old hotel that was kind of expensive. Not trying to flex, but my friend's kind of rich. Although, basically, we had his birthday party, and then we took 2 days to do New York stuff. And on the second day, or on the second night rather, I decided I wanted to see Times Square for myself at night. I decided to go to Times Square. I went to Times Square, and eventually I realized I didn't have a cab or Uber driver, or my friend was already at the apartment and I didn't feel like calling him to come out and get me. So I decided to take the subway. I took the subway. It was about 2 in the morning. A subway arrived and I got in. There were 2 guys sitting on the left corner of the car. I decided to go to the right corner of the car because normally the subway is really crowded, but if I didn't have to sit next to anybody, I sure was not going to. Now you may be wondering, why did I not get suspicious? It's because, number 1, they could have been suspicious of me, and number 2, my friend told me that it was actually pretty normal to ride the subway at night. At any given hour, there's at least 1 person on the subway, so I didn't mind it. If only I knew the hells that would erupt in the subway. We were about halfway to the destination when all of a sudden, I glanced at the guys, and I saw them that all 3 were looking at me. But it wasn't just some look. It wasn't a glance. We didn't coincidentally glance. Their stares were extremely unsettling, like to the point where looked like they were staring into my soul. I decided to just stare at them back until one of us just stops. Obviously it was me that stopped, but the thing was, they never blinked. I've had staring contests before, but for how long they were staring, it didn't seem like they were all there. I told them to stop staring at me politely, but they didn't react. In fact, I just saw how motionless they were. It was extremely unsettling. We arrived at our destination, and then they opened their mouths to reveal shark-like teeth. I didn't like this. The subway car opened, and I stepped out, but fell into nothingness. They grabbed me, and then they put me on the seat. They opened their mouths, shark-like teeth, and were about to bite when all of a sudden, something or someone shot a gun at them. A shot was fired. What the hell? I thought. How? Who? What? It turns out it was friends. He told me we're going to the front of the subway, but we would have to parkour. I climbed onto the top of the subway roof, and I looked around. I didn't see a station. I saw nothing but blackness. We went out to the front of the subway, and my friend took control of it, and we drove. We managed to get back into Earth and into a station, and then my friend said, "Oh no," and then I saw it. I saw a creature. I don't know what though, but some kind of creature slowly walking towards us like in a horror movie. I never imagined something like this happening. I got out and ran upstairs into the city, and then I instantly knew something was wrong, but I didn't know at first, and then it clicked. There were no cars in sight, no humans. Even in Even at 3 in the morning, which is what time it was, even at 3 in the morning, there are cars or some people out in New York City. I decided I wasn't comfortable, and then I saw the creature coming towards me. And then I saw an instruction paper just on top of a trash can. I read it. It said, you need to walk towards it, and you need to say, I'm not afraid of you. I didn't trust anything, but it was my only source. I walked towards it as if it was walking towards me. I walked like it did, and I said, I'm not afraid of you. Its eyes opened, and then it slowly started to come down, and then everything went back to normal. In a boom, everything reappeared. Humans, everything. It was so weird. I didn't care. I got in my car and drove all the way back home. I was never going to New York again. I texted my friend, but he never responded. I'm not sure what happened to him. And then, a few days later, I saw in the news, mysterious murder. I saw my friend. I don't know what to think. I don't know if it was one big fucked up prank or what, but I don't know.